What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you guys had a great weekend watching football. To be honest, a lot of the games were very underwhelming, other than this 49ers Cowboys game was pretty decent. So today we're going to be doing a Dallas Cowboys offseason rebuild after they've been eliminated by the 49ers. Let's go. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Basically, what this offseason rebuild series is where I go in, try to predict what I think is going to happen this offseason for each team. I've done a handful of teams so far, and now we're doing the Dallas Cowboys. I only do one offseason. I do it super in depth, kind of talk about what I think is going to happen. So the Dallas Cowboys are up next. So let's go ahead, and where we always start off with is negotiation stage. Well, let's take a look at the roster, because we all know the Cowboys, I mean, they're a very good team on paper. They just always seem to disappoint when it comes to the playoffs. I think the biggest thing this offseason for the Cowboys, I'm not even really sure. I mean, this team, like I said, it's a pretty decent team on paper. The one thing I know they do need to take care of is re-signing Tony Pollard. He got hurt yesterday, so hopefully it's not too significant. But maybe another wide receiver wouldn't hurt either. Maybe a third wide receiver. Amari Cooper would have helped big time if they didn't get rid of him, but I understood they did it for money purposes. Maybe upgrade the defense a little bit further. Obviously, Michael Parsons, absolute stud. Yeah, it'll be interesting. But let's take a look. Like I said, negotiation stage is where we're going to start. So got 16 players who we want to negotiate with. Tony Pollard is a must I did not mean to hit the mic. He's a must resign. Got to resign Tony Pollard. I think Cowboys fans would be absolutely livid if he was out of the building. I think Cowboys fans would take Pollard over Zeke at this point, and maybe Zeke is a cap casualty this offseason as well. Got like Leighton Van Der Esch, Terrence Steele, Brett Maher had his kicking problems, Anthony Barr is here, Connor McGovern. So we got some options here, and then Trayvon Mullen was cut like a long time ago. So I'm going to start off with Tony Pollard. Like I said, I think they even released a report that said he could be franchise tagged, which is kind of crazy to think about. But like I said, you can't let this guy walk out of the building. He is an absolute stud for your roster, and he is back. So Pollard is back. Schultz, same thing, in my opinion. You try to keep him as well. Tight ends don't grow on trees. There's a lot of teams that don't have good tight ends, and Schultz is up there for one of the best in the league. Not like top 5 best or anything like that, but he's definitely decent at best. So Donovan Wilson, I'm going to try to bring back as well. He's going to test free agency, though. No big deal. I think Leighton Van Der Esch is someone you should probably try to keep as well. Played pretty decent down the stretch. So I'm going to try to keep him if I can. He's going to test free agency, though. That's fair. And then Terrence Steele maybe is someone I would like to bring back as well to keep this offensive line intact as much as possible. So we're going to go Terrence Steele here. And he is going to come back. So now we have $23 million cap space. Wilson, Van Der Esch. Brett Maher, I guess I'll re-sign him, even though, like I said, he has kicking problems. Hey, he made some field goals yesterday, so that's what matters. All right. And then Dante Fowler, I'm not bringing back. Anthony Barr, not bringing back. Connor McGovern, not bringing back either. So Cooper Rush, maybe we should re-sign our backup quarterback. I know a lot of Cowboys fans are probably over Dak Prescott, but I don't really see an avenue where Dak is gone, to be honest with you. I just don't. Maybe they would trade Dak. I don't even know what that would look like, but I don't see that happening. So let's go to team salaries. Let's take a look at the biggest problem here. So savings-wise, Tyron Smith could maybe be a cap casualty as well. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott actually only making $4 million here, which I thought it'd be a way worse than that, but I guess not. So I thought I'd be able to cut Zeke for pretty sure, isn't there like a crazy cap number the Cowboys could save if they got rid of Ezekiel Elliott? But in here, they only have it listed at $4.8 million, which isn't that much. So maybe not. Tyron Smith, though, I'm kind of looking at him. $13 million could be a nice save. DeMarcus Lawrence also could be interesting. Zach Martin. We're going to want to free up some money. I'm just not really sure where it's going to come from now, but let's take a look out of roster now that the re-signing stage is over and kind of see where our weak points are at. So $17 million cap space, not a ton to work with, which we knew that. But we got Terrence Steele. I'm going to move Tyler Smith to the left guard or whatever it takes, and then Tyler Biotish, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele. So the offensive line is going to be fine, especially if we keep Tyron Smith. Schultz, Ferguson, Gallup, we have Jalen Tolbert. Like I said, the only thing on offense I would like to get done is probably a better wide receiver. Maybe one more wide receiver. Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, I guess he'll come back. Like I said, if Zeke could save me like $20 million, which I thought was a number, but maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, then I would do that. And then the defensive line is not bad. Strong safety would have been nice to keep. Obviously, Donovan Wilson, we didn't get him back. Linebackers is kind of a huge problem here. So linebackers probably where we need to target, and maybe another corner. So a lot we need to focus on, but not enough money to focus on everything. So let's just try our best to get whatever we can. $17 million to work with. If there's someone I'm going to have to cut, I will maybe make that decision, but we'll see if we can make that. So let's see if we can just make it work without doing that. Michael Thomas would be interesting, especially get him on the cheap. Odell was, rumored to come to the Dallas Cowboys. Never really happened. But this team definitely needs a linebacker, especially if Leighton Van Der Esch is not going to come back. So kind of looking at TJ Edwards here. Steal him from the Eagles could be nice. So let's take a look and see Edwards, Bobby Okereke, and then you got like on the other side, you got like Justin Houston. But none of those guys really entice me all that much. So I honestly want, if I can get Bobby Okereke, I think that'd be really nice. So I'm going to try to get him to be our new middle linebacker. And I think the rest, cornerback, they're decent corner. Like Byron Murphy's going to cost a lot of money. Probably going to have to draft a corner. And then let's go to wide receiver. I want to look at wide receiver. There's a lot of good options here, actually. Jacoby Myers, Sterling Shepard, Mecole Hardman, Jarvis Landry. Maybe even getting like a Jarvis Landry, Kendrick Bourne, Isaiah McKenzie. A lot of decent options here. Corey Davis, Allen Lazard. I'm going to try for Allen Lazard to be my slot wide receiver. I think he'd be actually a really nice grab here. So I'm going to try to get those two guys to join our team here. I think both of those got to be nice additions. So we get a new linebacker and a new wide receiver. I think that'd be really good for both of us. So Lazard and Bobby Okereke are back. That is amazing. And then I think that's going to be the only two things we can do in free agency, really. There really isn't much else we can do. So get an upgrade at wide receiver, which is what I really wanted. And then we got an upgrade at middle linebacker. We'll probably have to draft defense again. So that's probably what we'll go ahead and do. So let's go ahead and draft a corner. Maybe draft new strong safety. Gonna have to hit on our draft picks. And I'm gonna move Tyler Smith to left guard. I'll see y'all in the draft. So we get to pick at 27 in this draft. I'm really looking for secondary and maybe another linebacker. Pretty much going to be a defensive draft, in my opinion. We like our offense where it's at. Only thing you could really change, like I said, is if I guess you want a different quarterback, but I'm not really sure that's going to happen. You could draft Jackson Smith at Ohio State, but like I said, I don't think that's going to be necessary, especially since we just went ahead and signed signed Lazard. So we got left tackle. But I really want a new strong safety. I'm looking at Jordan Battle out of Alabama. We lost Donovan Wilson. I think getting Jordan Battle to, be there with Jaron Kearse, I think makes a lot of sense here in round one. So I'm going Jordan Battle, strong safety, get some secondary help. I think he could be a really nice, add to the team. So I'm going with that. At round 2, pick 27. Let's see where we can go here now. So at 27, we got Anton Harrison, Kayshawn, Jalen Duncan. Like I said, we don't really want to go wide receiver here or anything like that. I'm not looking for offensive line. You can never have enough tight end or offensive line depth, but don't think it's going to be really necessary. You got Devin Witherspoon, Malachi Moore. Definitely need another corner. You got wide receivers. Maybe we can go D tackle here if there's a good one. Let's see. You got Cornelius Johnson, A.T. Perry. So there's some wide receivers on the board. Definitely might need to take a linebacker as well. So if we take a look at what linebackers we have available, kind of looking at this guy down here. So you got Britton, who's not Byron Young, not really looking at him. So right outside linebacker, I'm looking at Dylan Harden out of TCU. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I actually think he'd be a really nice addition. He's got B man coverage, A tackle. I'm taking him here. Welcome to the team. So I'm feeling good about my first 2 draft picks. We take a strong safety and a linebacker. And round 3, pick 27. Probably going to go corner, I would imagine. So Pace goes off the board to the Giants. So far, all defensive draft. So we have Malachi Moore out of Alabama. You got Kelly out of Stanford. Don't know which one's the better corner. You also have, so a lot of corners on the board, and I think we got to take one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and take Malachi Moore out of Alabama, though. I'm going to bring him in to be another corner here. So welcome to the team. No more development, but we needed a body at the cornerback position, and I'm feeling good about that. And then we can go round 4, pick 27. So we addressed everything we needed to on defense. We can go offense here if we want to, but I don't know if it'll be necessary unless I can double down at corner as well and take Kelly out of Stanford, who's fallen this far. You got DJ Turner, Clark, got Noah Daniels, Trey Dean, Marvin Mims. A lot of good options here. Tyler Davis, Jermaine Burton, but I am going to go ahead and double down at corner. Why not? You can never have enough bodies I can cover. So I'm going to go Kelly here, and we got hidden development corner. So that is going to be my draft. All defensive draft here for the Cowboys. Maybe they want another wide receiver, younger wide receiver. Who knows? Maybe Jalen Tolbert can step up a little bit next year. We got Allen Lazard, though. And now it's just a matter of going into the simulation. The Dallas Cowboys are usually loved in Madden, so I'm not really worried about not making the playoffs. This team usually automatically does. But now that I'm controlling them, I could see a world where this team doesn't make the playoffs because that's just my luck. But let's go take a look at the roster after the offseason moves we have made. So offensively, like I said, we didn't change that much. The only thing we really did is we signed Allen Lazard. We still have Gallup, still have Schultz. We got them back. Tony Pollard, I want to start over Ezekiel Elliott, though. I think that's the only thing I do want to do. So we're going to have Tony Pollard start. Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush. Offensive line is still intact. Taking a look at the defense side of the ball. This is where we made the changes. You have Jaron Kearse, Jordan Battle. I think I'm going to start Jordan Battle right away. We got Odigizua, I think is how you say it. Gallimore, Armstrong, DeMarcus Lawrence, Jordan Lewis. Bland, Kelly. We took, you got Sheffield as well. So we have a lot of bodies at corner, which is nice. The only thing I guess I can do is I can move Harton, I think is how you say it, to left outside linebacker, that we get like a hidden development trait, you know, kind of playing linebacker for us immediately. So that's the only thing I think I'm going to do. Other than that, it's just a matter of simulating the season. Like I said, this team should be in the playoffs. Theoretically, they make it all the time. Every time I'm making, you know, doing these rebuilds, I always have to play them in the playoffs. So I'm going to be super upset if I, you know, simulate with the Cowboys and I don't make it. That's just my luck, though. I would not be surprised at all if that's what happens to me right now. So let's go ahead, simulate this season. Let's set our season goal. And we already know what the season goal is. The Cowboys fans, they say it all the time. Win the Super Bowl. That is our goal. We're going to the bowl, baby. Cowboys going to the bowl. All right, let's go ahead and simulate to the end of the season. And hopefully this team makes the playoffs. If they don't, that's just my luck. So at the end of the season, we ended up finishing second in the NFC East at 11-6. So the Giants ended up winning the division. The NFC East, once again, very competitive. Eagles 10-7. Commanders even went 9-8. Did all 4 of our teams make the playoffs? I'm curious about that. Yeah, so all 4 NFC East teams made the playoffs, which could have happened this year, but of course the Commanders sold by, you know, starting Carson Wentz against the Browns or whatever. But taking a look at the player stats real quick. Offense was 6th in the NFL, which is what you want, and hopefully defense was similar to that. 11th in the NFL. We'll take it. So 39-12 from Dak. Pollard, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Ezekiel Elliott had 5 touchdowns as well, 455 yards. Lazard was a nice addition. Got 1,200 yards, then CeeDee Lamb, Schultz, and then Ezekiel Elliott. And funny enough, we get to play the Packers in round 1. Parsons with 11 sacks, 12 from Lawrence. So, yeah, it's just a matter of seeing if we can come in here and beat each team and get to the bowl, baby. So let's jump in, go into Lambeau Field to start things off. Mike McCarthy versus his former team. That's a great way to start these playoffs. What a story that would be. So let's go ahead and see if we can come out here and beat the Packers and move on. We are going to not score there. Jabril Cox. We're up to... Oh, wait. Never mind. That was the Packers driving. So it's 3-3 so far. And we're up 10-3. Packers respond. It's 10-10 so far. Okay. Can we score here? We do 17-10. 17-17. The Packers are giving us some issues, but we score again. Get a stop. Can we score here? And that's 31-17. Aaron Rodgers scores. We don't give him the ball ever again, though, so we beat the Packers simply, and we move on to round 2. We're probably going to get an NFC East opponent, so let's go see who we get to play. So now we head to MetLife Stadium to play the Giants. Like I said, an NFC East opponent. I don't even know who would be starting at quarterback for them. It looks like it's not... that might have been Geno Smith, to be honest with you. So it looks like they didn't re-sign Daniel Jones, which is probably what's going to happen in real life. But they jump up 7-0, 14-0, just like that. And we get a field goal. The Giants are stomping on us so far, but we can get back in the game here by tying it up here. And we do not... Okay, get interception. Bobby Okereke, and we do nothing with it. That's great. Okay, we tie it up here. Need a score. And we... Okay, we can't get these 2-point conversions, though. They're up 19-28 in the 4th quarter. We need to score quickly here. And I don't think we're going to win this game unless we get the ball back here. And they get a field goal out of it. It's 26-37. Man, in these videos, I've only been able to make it to the divisional round each time. The Giants are going to own me here, which is surprising. Who is the quarterback for... I think it was Geno Smith, if I saw correctly. Player stats. It's Jacoby... All right, Jacoby Brissett's out here doing that to us, I guess. All right, it's cool, Madden. I appreciate it. I'm the Cowboys for once in my life, and I'm going to lose to the Giants, which I think historically speaking, I would say maybe, just maybe, the Cowboys have owned the Giants as of late. Just saying. But, you know, whatever. It's Madden. You know, they do what they want, and not much I can really do about it. So, I have actually Schultz for a nice catch, and he's going to hang on to that. I mean, I'm going to have to score quickly and hope for a 2-point or onside kick. I don't know why I said 2-point conversion, but yeah, so I don't know if I'll be able to score here, and Lazard is going to catch that. I'm going to have to spike the football, and we'll see if I can maybe get a touchdown, and then maybe, just maybe, I get lucky, and we get the onside kick, but I highly doubt it. So I don't need to do play action right now. I don't know why I'm going play action. I'm really just running 4 verticals and just kind of hoping for the best. I actually have RB for a touchdown, and that was just swatted away at the very last second. All right. Let's go slot fork here. Gonna try to punch it in the end zone. I want to just be able to drop it to CeeDee Lamb. That'd be amazing, but it's not really working so far. They have him nice and covered. I actually have B. Oh, no, I don't. I didn't see the safety. All right. We might actually have to kick our field goal here because technically we'd be down 8. Well, 17 seconds. I might as well just go for the touch. I'm not getting the ball back. Let's be realistic. Onside kicks never happen. So I might as well just go for it and try to get the touchdown. So let's see if I can punch it in the end zone. I'm going to at least have a first down here. Probably going to get tackled. And that is going to be all she wrote. So, yep. That is the game, ladies and gentlemen. We lose in division round to the Giants. Brian Dable, shout out to you. We lose to Jacoby Brissett. So, yeah, that's how the video will end. So, thank you guys for watching. The Dallas Cowboys, I think their offseason will be interesting, but I don't expect too much. I don't expect I don't expect too many changes, I would say that. The one thing I could see, which could be interesting, is Zeke maybe being cut. I don't know what his contract exactly looks like. I thought you could save a lot of money by cutting him. Bring back Pollard, even if that means cutting Zeke. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Crushables. I'll see you all tomorrow. Saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.